How we doing, guys? Okay, we are at day 5 of the old garage cleanup. Look at that. Cobwebs. So yeah, you may be wondering, well, you've been doing it you've done it 5 times now. How come it's not all clear? Well, I'm doing up my house at the same time. Obviously, I need somewhere to live before I make home for my bike and all this bits and bobs. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. All right, so but I'm really enjoying this process. So let me give you a quick recap of what's been cleared so far. So, like I said, I'm working along the walls first, and I'm just going through each section. So that's one section done. That's another section done. So today, I'm going to do all of this wall. All of this. That's all going. I'm going to sort through it, keep what I want to keep, bin what I want to bin, and hopefully we'll find some pretty cool things. I found some quite good stuff that I'm going to keep, which you've seen already. So without further ado, let's crack on day 5 of the big garage cleanup. Let's do it. The usual load of nails, don't need those. Actually, I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to get a bag. Instead of chucking stuff loose onto a big pile, I'm going to make it a little bit easier and just a bit more polite for the guy that comes to collect it. We just have to pick up little bits off the floor all the time. I bought these heavy duty bags. So what I don't want, I'm just going to chuck in there. Keeps it clean, keeps it simple. So those bag of nails, in they go. Old fishing tackle box or lunch box. Things keep flying into my face. Empty, don't need it. Old wicker basket full of junk, spoons, pencils, pens, whatever that is. Old rubber glove stuck to an old piece of plastic. See you later. No idea what's in there. Oh, fucking flies. Piss off out of it. Old Pyrex dishes, got enough of these. Alright, so I'm going to quickly blast through all this stuff. So that's a quick idea of what's on this shelf. If I see anything of interest, I'll get back to you. I've just seen the gnarliest, nastiest looking spider I've ever seen. Jesus, the thing was like that. Okay, maybe like that, but still. We don't get venomous spiders over here, do we? Alright, we are getting there. Lots of dead things. Found this old VHS cover, or VHS tapes. Old school. So I found another one of these. This looks to be in slightly better condition than the previous one I found. The pressure thing works. So this one I might keep and try and do up a little bit and clean it up. See if it can still work. Look at this old grease gun. cool is that? No brand names on it or anything, but good polish up, and it still works. Nothing in it, obviously. That's a keeper. So it must have been a bit of a boozer, this fella, because, and I mean that in the nicest way, he's got some concentrated brewing wort. Sufficient for 22.5 or 40 pints of lager. 22.5 litres or 40 pints of lager. Now I remember my dad used to make his own booze at home, and you'd come home from school and the smell of hops and this stuff, oh, it used to smell amazing. This is still sealed, it's not it's full up. Guys, look at this stuff. Hasn't seen the light of day in years, decades probably, and it still smells. Let's have a sniff. Oh my god. It doesn't look like it will smell good. It's just like black brown tar. Obviously it's concentrated. Oh man, that's the smell of my childhood right there. Oh god, I want to taste it. I'm not gonna. Guys, check out this little find I've got here. These old cassette tapes. Love is the Reason, Harry Seacombe. Look at this one. The Countryside of Tom Jones. £2.25. That wouldn't get you anything these days. G. Hamilton TV. These are just the Eagles, the best of bread. What's this? Willie Nelson. Oh, brilliant. Little Sony wallets for your cassette tape. Blimey. There's no school like the old school. I'm hoping the helmet that goes with this visor, this peak, is in here somewhere. That would be awesome. Well, God, that side is done. Slowly it's coming together. But you know what? I'm on such a roll at the moment. I haven't got much to do in the house. I'm waiting for the internet guy to come in and hook up our Wi-Fi and stuff. I'm just going to carry on with this side, and I might just do up to that bit of the window there, because there's a lot of stuff on the floor and up that side. But so far, let me turn you around. So just on that one side alone, we've got some pretty cool things. This old what's it called, like a meat grinder thing, made in England, all solid, proper, you know, wooden handles. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but you know, we'll grind meat obviously. But this lovely little vise, some grease. Now these things, little rivets. I did actually buy a rivet gun at the bike show, so they will come in handy sooner or later. Showed you this already, the old gas gun thing. A couple of these hooks, very handy for hanging things off. Little screw thread at the end. Another clamp. This lovely old-fashioned metal kettle, perfect working condition. Look at that, nice polish up, that'll come in handy. The visor, and these old things. Now if you're a kid of the sort of 70s or 80s, you'll remember these little dynamos. You'd attach them to your wheel, that would spin round and that would light up your little light there. I don't know why I'm keeping them, but I'm sure someone might like them. I'm sure there's a market for these sort of things. And this thing here, what was this called again? Oh, it's upside down. A basin wrench, made in the UK. Shatak Monument Tools. No idea what it's for. If anyone knows, please tell me, but I'm keeping it anyway. That cool little grease pump gun. Love that. This thing looks like an axle, because the guy was into cars, and this looks like some sort of axle bolt removal, because it's got things there for leverage. Yeah. And some still wrapped up electrical tape. Always comes in handy. Alright, I'm going to make a start on this. I shall show you if I see anything of interest. La la. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. Let's see what's there. Oh yes. So this is a good example. Just pulled this box out. It's full of old rusty files. Now, I'm sure they're, you know, after a good clean up and everything, they'll be workable. But he's already got a box here, and I'm going to keep those. So why you would need so many files, I don't know. It's not really my place to say, because it wasn't my garage obviously when he had it. And there's so many Stanley knives. I've seen about 6 Stanley knives, all separated out. Some in good condition, some just covered in rust. Yeah, so it's going. Okay, so I think I'm going to call that a day now. I've cleared up to that point. Obviously there's a load of stuff still on the floor. It got to a stage where these boxes were full up, but I didn't want to chuck it out without looking through it properly, so I just emptied it out on the floor and just gone through it like that, see if I could find anything of any interest. But it's just old, rusty nuts and bolts, and nails, washers, all sorts of stuff. So that's clear, that's clear, that's all clear. All these shelves are obviously going to come down. So let's have a quick recap of what I found today. This box of files, yeah, you know, I might get rid of some of them, keep some of them, but for the time being I'm keeping that and the box. Found another grease gun, and this one still got grease in it, and look, still works. Keeping that. Old pair of scissors, door lock. This guy, I don't know, there's something about him I quite like. Jeez, he's ugly. These 2 metal stakes, don't know why, I'm keeping them. Spanners, that meat grinder thing. This chunky, look at this handheld drill. Look at that. This thing, I think that's spark plugs. A couple of other wrenches and spanners here. That old vise and all this stuff you've seen already. So, right, let's turn you around. Now, just to show you, this is the sort of stuff I'm chucking away. Old shelf hanging fixings, old tiles, plastic pots, old wall plugs, all this old stuff here. It's all going, I've got no use for it, and there's like 3 of these in there, so I don't need all that many. So all that stuff's going. Oh, so yeah, all in all, pretty good productive day. I think I'm actually back at work tomorrow, so I won't have time to do this until possibly next week. This looks like a really good one. This is probably going to be the best of the bunch. I know that blue chest of drawers there is full of tools, but as it stands, I'm pretty happy with that, and I will see you all very soon. Alright, take it easy guys, adios, see you later on, bye.